you were told that you have low back pain, and so you need to strengthen your core to get rid of that low back pain. Well, that was actually really good advice. I would say 80 to 85% of my clients have their low back pain or any kind of back pain because their core is not as strong as it could be. But if you are aiming to do crunches to strengthen your core and get rid of your back pain, here's why that could be one of the worst decisions you decided to make. Let's talk about your average crunch in the gym. And these are the exercises that I see on Instagram. People do ab workouts and they have crunches in a ton of the videos. So there's nothing wrong with that on its face. But if you're already a person who suffers from low back pain and you're already a person who tends to sit all day and you have really tight hips, crunches are going to be something that could absolutely wreck your body. Let's go down to the mat to see what happens when you do a crunch. So if I'm here, I want to think about what my hips are doing. So if I'm trying to get my abs stronger, I should be able to isolate my abdominals without using my hip flexors. If you can, I want you to take your hands and place them right in the middle of your hips. So these are your hip flexors. These are the muscles that are usually super tight when you're sitting all day. If I'm putting my hands behind my head and coming up for a standard crunch, these muscles got tighter right away. So if you're in the gym or at your home and you're just doing this repeatedly, guess what you're doing? You are going to make your hips tighter, which then is going to make your back pain worse. So when your hips are super tight, you're not able to keep your body in line. So optimally, your shoulders will be over your ribs, will be over your hips. If your hips are very tight, what's going to happen is your body's pulled into this position. And so here, my hips went behind my ribs went forward, and I actually lost that core control that I was trying to get. So this is the reason that you do not want to do crunches to make your abs stronger if you already have hip tightness and low back pain. When your hips pull on your back, they're creating unnecessary tension, and it's going to make your low back pain worse. I promise you. Stay away from crunches. Another thing that you're going to see if you're just kind of researching ab workout videos, you're going to see a lot of exercises where you're not only using the abdominals, but you're using your hips as well. I'll show you another one just so you guys get an idea of what I'm talking about. And this is something that I like to do for myself, but not with my clients who already have overly tight hips. You'll prop yourself up, your core is very engaged, and then you pull your knees into your body. And we can go side to side, or we can just pull straight on. So that's perfectly fine for a person who does not have overly tight hips, for somebody who's not stuck working at a desk all day. For all of my desk sitters, stay away from these exercises that don't completely isolate your abs, but that also involve your hip flexors. How can you tell if an exercise is going to be working your hips as well as your abs? Anything that's going to pull your knees closer to your chest is going to overly work your hips. Also, if you're lying down in this position and you do your check, these muscles should start off nice and soft. If you are lifting up too high, and here's a good lift, this is a Pilates chest lift. This does not turn your hip flexors on. But if you're doing a standard gym crunch, you can feel and notice the change in the tone of these muscles. So, to keep yourself safe, to keep your back pain free, to keep your hips a little bit looser, avoid crunches at all costs. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send me a DM or mention it in the comments. And always check out my YouTube channel, Curls and Pilates. Have a great day, guys. Feel good.